have to take their actions directly.
Yeah, Kurt's right. I think that would be understood.
Bob Howard?
Yeah, basically what's happening here is the applicant is surrendering a right, and I'm not an attorney, but it almost sounds like this could be a real sticky thing to actually do. So, because they have, Mokena doesn't actually patrol that area either, so their code enforcement has no given, right or control on this. And this is an interesting case. I mean, I've never heard anybody want to surrender a right, so.
Well, it's a legal contract. You can contract for anything if you want.
Yeah, but hopefully it doesn't set precedent where.
It's between those two parties.
We're out, as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, this is something between the applicant and the village, and it's satisfying what the village would like to see, so they're going to drop their objection, I would imagine, in return, even though their objection really doesn't matter with the supermajority vote. But in the end, I think it's a good compromise where there was going to be a showdown, I think, at the county board level, most likely. I think this is a great way to avoid any conflict and get the project. And this young man, who, from what I've heard, has an outstanding young entrepreneur, and we don't want to stop growth and business in the county, and the village wanted some reassurances, and I think this plan is outstanding moving forward. I mean, would it be something that maybe where I would do? Possibly not, but in the end, I think landscaping business will go there with some conditions, and they're perfectly fine with it because they have no intention of doing the things that the village really opposed to. They just want to run their business.
They want to surrender their rights there.
Yeah, it's up to them.
Okay, any other comments? Mr. Eustace?
Judy, I agree with everything you said, by the way. And I have fought that fight for many, many years. And have probably irritated many municipal officials over the years. In this particular case, though, the village is right there. I mean, our streets butt up to theirs. It's not like they're, a quarter mile down the road. And I do think it's an area that will eventually will be incorporated in the village. To get to the other agreements, this is not necessarily unusual. Usually it is done through a pre-annexation agreement, which normally, I think that's what the municipalities have requested over the years. Well, we'll agree if you go into a pre-annexation agreement. I think for the applicant, this is a better process than going to a pre-annexation agreement. So I think it works for all involved. Whether we would have personally have done it that way, that's we may have done it differently. But I do think this works for the applicant. He's going to be able to use the property for all intended uses for themselves. So I would ask the committee to approve this. I do think it's kind of a transitional development, I'd like to say. I do think at some point this will be much more commercial, but that's going to be a number of years down the road. So, I would ask you to support the applicant and Mokena both and approve this. Thank you.
Motion. Okay, we have a motion.
Second.
And a second. Ballot and right to know for the special use permit with 12 conditions. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Natalie and land use. We appreciate your help. Thank you.
And by the way, he's going to grow native plants. A few more years, he said. Give him a few years to get out his inventory up. So.
Stop.
Don't get we get into the invasive species.
And then we can pay to get rid of the invasive species.
We don't pay enough. Let whatever grows grow.
Okay, our next item is case 6285M, half amendment from E2 to A1. Natalie?
Thank you, Chairman Weigel. Zoning case 6285-M takes place in Green Garden Township. The applicant is requesting a map amendment from E2 to A1. The purpose of this request is to allow for the consolidation of two abutting parcels resulting in a compliant A1 parcel, and to allow for the construction of a new agricultural pole barn on the consolidated parcel. The subject property is zoned E2 and is surrounded by A1 zoning. The area is rural in character, containing large tracts of farmland with occasional homesteads. Green Garden Township voted to recommend approval of the requested map amendment as stated in the memo and letter provided to you this morning. The Will County Planning and Zoning Commission and Land Use staff recommend approval of the requested map amendment as well. That concludes staff's analysis.
Any questions by committee? Are there any objectors to this change? We have a motion to approve. Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Under other business, we have an ordinance concerning housing and chickens and residential properties. David?
Yes, the text amendment went to the Planning and Zoning Commission for public hearing. There was only one member of the public present for public comment, and they supported the text amendments as presented, and the commission is now moving it back forward through the committee to the board.
Any questions or comments by committee? Okay.
I just want to say that with the land use and all of us approving this, that when I did talk with the Farm Bureau, they're very hesitant about having an ag-related activity in a non-ag-related area. That was the comment that they had to me, and I understand that. But I know many people like to have the chickens, and I think that they're a fun thing for the families to have. And I'm glad that we're moving forward with allowing that to happen in our unincorporated areas. Thank you.
Okay, any objectors to this change? Okay, do we have a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item, pre-authorization to foreclose on Highland Ridge South PUD. Jim?
Good morning, committee members. This subdivision located in Frankfort Township, start construction 2005, and most construction improvements already done. I think there's item left is surface, maybe tree. So we do the extension since they've done most construction, and this is a pre-authorization for foreclosure in case something happened like extension failed. So we have paperwork ready. The date of the letter of credit expires April 22nd.
So we have two letters of credit that we're going to...
Yes, they have the one like a big original letter of credit, and 2 years ago the engineer reduced the cost estimate because the price is different for the asphalt. They added more money for this improvement, and that cannot combine both like the farming together, so they do the extra one more letter credit. That's two letter credit right now.
Any questions or comments by committee? Any objection to this?
He has until April 22nd, correct, to renew the line of credit.
Yes.
So if for some reason it renews the line of credit, then it just falls off the books. This just gives the county board the authority to foreclose should they not fulfill their extension, correct?
Yes, we do this one earlier in case the canal extension we have closed by foreclosed by that day, April 22nd. So we have to do the everything paperwork ready. So
All right.
let's ask a early authorization.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Motion
Second.
and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is the final plat for Mossmore Estates in Homer Township. Jim?
This is the E2 one lot minor subdivision located in Homer Township, and for 2.5 acres. We done the review, and it's comply with our ordinance. Homer gonna have a meeting, I think December and January, already approved subdivision. Only thing, the applicant try get a signature from the common and utility company. They're working right now. Once they have the utility company signature, Homer gonna going to sign the plot. So right now, we are put agenda a committee to review and do the action.
Okay, any questions or comments by committee?
I move to approve.
Have a motion?
Second.
And second. Any objectors to this change? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Well, that concludes our business. Reports by committee members. I have no comments. Committee members, any comments? Director, any comments? Anybody else? Any public comment? Anybody from the public would like to talk? Okay, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion, second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay.